Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And we are underway from the Superdome. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. As Shaheed going to go in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Rattler. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
In motion right, LLe-ge-nd. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now Rattler. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Halted in his tracks by Keanu Benton.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Flushed out right. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here we go with Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 26. They'll try and throw with Rattler. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Queen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
They should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Play action. Now Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Got his man. It's Warren. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Again, Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd down and 6 now from the 42. Now run straight ahead with Warren. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On the give, it's Warren. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now it's Wilson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jalen Warren, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Rattler now on 1st and 10. They'll get this out to Kamara. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll come up 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Third and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run. It's Kamara. And some room to work. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on third down. Caught left side, Williams. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Big strides. Look at him go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth, 63 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin with a run by Miller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5.
43, 52 blaster.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Drill, 52.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll go. Here's Rattler. He lets it go deep for LLe-ge-nd. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they'd converted their first 2 4th-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Pardon me, sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Second down and a yard. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rattler. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down and 3. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now 1st and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
You think back to 2022 with Detroit, Jamal Williams just unstoppable down near the goal line. 17 rushing touchdowns, 13 of those were from 2 yards or less. He's just an absolute battering ram down in this part of the field, and he finishes off another drive in the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll turn to Kamara, and he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to the 43. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. And he will be taken down. And now we'll see what they want to do defensively with their timeouts. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Wilson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Wilson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
Good game. I guess you were stopped.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
Uh-oh. The Ravens. I gotta watch this.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. In motion right, LLe-ge-nd. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's Miller. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Rattler wants to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On second down, Kamara. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They gashed him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes you're going to get a big play against us. That doesn't mean we change everything and abandon our game plan.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. The late groupie now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Nice touchdown drive.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. In motion left, Flowers. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Inside handoff, Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him on their opening drive in the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Hill will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. LLe-ge-nd with his first grab, and he also has a first down. Kamara up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Come on, set. 10 black. Right, number 7.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Kamara trying to right side. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. A first down carry now for Miller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go, set. Room 32.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
This 2nd and 4. Henry up the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
The problem is the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Tackle made by Chase Young. Now a 2nd and 6. Again to Henry. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10. Rattler once more. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick-6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He completes it to LLe-ge-nd. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Inside handoff now, Miller. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
To throw is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Aguilar in motion left. A first down carry for Henry. That's a strong running. Down to about the 45. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Here we go, D. Here on time. Pass it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Pushing his way through. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. We all just got a heck of a show party. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory. Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they?